This is Jacob again, and I'm back with another episode of the Bloody Dragons. And hopefully, we'll win this one. It's a friendly, actually, two friendlies that we've got in store um, with the under 21 squad and the actual squad. And both of those squads have been hopefully improved a little bit because I did extensive player research, and like I showed you guys last time, maybe wait a second, I'll show you again. Here I've got like a spreadsheet in Google Drive that I'm using for reference. Also, well, it took a lot of time doing this actually, but the idea is that it's supposed to save time because I've got an overview when it comes to squad selection. And well, I didn't show you this sheet actually last time. I showed you the first one, the goalkeepers, and wait a second. I'm trying to get the size of the window right for you guys to be able to see something despite me sitting here and stuff. Right, so I've got the goalkeepers with the color-coded thing. I explained this in the last episode, but anyway, I'm just briefly going over it again. Defenders, midfielders, attacking midfielders, strikers, and well, these two guys over here because they were also attacking midfielders, so I already mentioned those. But anyway, or did I? Yeah, I did. Anyway, this is like the overview that I showed you first. After doing all that other stuff, divided it up into the positions. So basically, this is my whole player and staff search, the whole shortlist at the moment, but just divided up into the three teams so that I know what I've got to deal with. And as one of the things it tells me pretty clearly is that I've got all positions covered except the central defense, because I've only got Robert Page. I've got no one that I would characterize like as like a key player. I don't know about Robert Page. I'm not sure about him. And Kit Simons, same thing. Andy Melville will quickly get too old. And then I've got these two guys that are talented. What's the phrase in Championship Manager? It's not a youngster, but hot talent. What's the? I forget. Anyway, it'll take a while before they're actually good enough to beat these two, I guess. And so that's what I have to work with. So it's clearly the Achilles heel of this squad at the moment. But I've got everyone lined up, and the only change I made to the tactics is Bellamy. He's got an arrow forward. And the reason for that is that in the last two matches he didn't really impress. I think he was rated 7 in both of those friendlies, and while that's not like the worst rating ever, it's still not very good, and he's actually supposed to be good. He's one of the guys that I was counting on. I'm pretty sure he gets really good in this game, or is supposed to be a good player. So he's the main reason for me choosing this type of tactic with the AMC position. It hasn't really worked out, and he's not a typical like playmaker anyway. So probably he'll work better, or the formation will work better with the arrow forward, so that he plays as like a false 9, right? And will show up to bang in the goals that well, banging the goals every time Hartson lays off a ball or something like that. Right, so we got Ryan Giggs removed from the squad because of injury. That happens. By the way, I didn't specify, but I only chose 22 players for squad selection this time, just because I thought well, I don't know why I did that actually. Probably had some reason, and now I forget. But anyway, a replacement player. This is where the list comes in handy, and I've got Chris Llewellyn. I think he's already in the squad. This guy from the under 21 squad, and the same thing with David Pipe. It's pretty clear from what I did here that those guys are going to be important pretty quickly. So I'll just try them. So I've got, well, do I have Andy Williams already selected? Only Kumas, right? So, and Andy Williams here. So I'll probably want someone else, right? I don't know. Could also be an attacking midfielder, right? It's actually either one would probably make sense at the moment. So let's just look at the ones that I only made like yellow. The national B team would probably be more suitable for them. So we got the midfielders. Let's just pick the left ones. None of that stuff. And this guy. I don't know what to say about that. Not very impressive. Barnard is injured. And I don't know about secret positions and stuff. Well, he plays well in, what is it, Division 2. Has terrible determinations, and I don't really know about having him on the bench. So probably I should go with, I don't know, John Oster just for old time's sake, or yeah, decisions. So Trollope, same thing, old time's sake. He actually looks quite decent. He plays in Northampton and doesn't play well, like at all, but decent stats and stuff. 29 years old, so why not just call that guy up? Hello, Paul. Right, confirm the squad selection. It's the 10th at the moment, and we'll play in 4 days' time. So it's a friendly against Macedonia, and I think, well, it's an away match, so really my goal is just to win this. But I'd be glad if it turns out that that they'll be able to win it comfortably. It shouldn't pose like too much of a threat, but then again, it's an away match and it's a friendly where some of my players might not take it that seriously. So I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And by the way, I'm probably gonna try out Chris Llewellyn as well as a starter. Why not? Now that Giggs is not there, so let's just see what we've got. Right, I'm gonna have to move this a little bit just to be able to see whether there are any news. So tactics, Rhys Weston. Oh, yeah, it's the under 21 squad. I was thinking about the other one first and foremost, but let's see what we've got. The under 21 squad, the goalkeepers, so Jason Brown and Lee Kendall, the defenders. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of moving around these windows and stuff. Quite different than the other game that I played on my phone. But let's just use all of the stuff we've got available. Neil Gibson. He looks really good, actually. Didn't realize he was this good. A lot better than Ryan Green. I don't know why I didn't swap those two around. I'll just go like that. Right. It's a work in progress, like that stuff always is. And so we got probably Steve Evans, Ryan Valentine. Let's just go with that guy. And then we've got Mumford. Hopefully he can become an important player for me. He was one of the ones that were mentioned, but Swansea, they're playing in the 3rd division right now, and he's not really telling me by this average rating that he's someone that I should try out for the national team. Now we've got Lee Phillips. Yeah. Did I even mention him up here? Where's he at? Oh, he's over here in the defender right position. I don't know whether he's best as defender right or as central defender. Don't know at all. And there's some guy called James Collins. In the last match, James Collins played very well. So did Lee Phillips, actually. Right. And Ryan Valentine, not so much. So Lee Phillips, yeah, I don't know. Let's just take a lot of them. Lee Phillips and Mumford. And then he can be substitute number 3. That guy doesn't look very good. We've got this guy, sort of interesting. And Chris Weston, that's the injured player. And we've got a sub for the left back position as well. Excuse me for a second, because I just have to do this so that we can see the screen. Yeah. I don't know. Nathan Davies. Right now we've got. Yeah, I chose to give a match to this geezer, and he actually looks very promising. And even though that's a lot of faulty passes, he seems to be working hard. So let's see what happens. I got so Nathan Davies, and the other guy, maybe that should have been Wayne Tudor Jones. I don't know where he went. I think he must have been injured or something, because I tried to pick the ones that I've got on my list. So Giza and there's Jamie Tully. Where's he at? I don't know. Maybe I didn't manage to pick all of them. Kyle Shepard, Craig Martin. Right. Whatever. Who do I have as subs? I don't know exactly why I didn't pick those other guys. But anyway, I can use the right back here as an option in central midfield. Then there's the AMC position. Mike Flynn or Guy Last. The last couple of times I chose this guy, Leighton Maxwell, but he hasn't played very well. So let's just try Mike Flynn, or so this guy's injured, or actually he's tired. We've also got Leon. Looks weird. So let's just try. It's my guy. It's not a position where I have a lot of options at the moment. And then there's the AML position, and you can tell because when I'm filtering them like this, and I've got the midfielders here, and then this guy shows up, the forward, left, and center, and then it tells me he can also play on the attacking midfielder left position. We've got two of him. I told you about this, I think, in the first episode. Yeah, and that's pretty stupid, but there's not a lot I can do about it. So we've got Martin Giles. Who's that guy? This guy? Right. I think I didn't really think a lot about the under 21 squad when I did this, so I just sort of put them here randomly. Let's just give Mr. Maxwell another chance, because his stats look good, so why not? And then attackers, yeah, we've got Earnshaw. Might become good, but he's not really well suited for the target man position, with not a lot of strength and jumping and heading and stuff. So I guess he's a kind of a quick forward, and he doesn't show up as a midfielder, so I wouldn't use him on the wing. So he has to be used up front, and he's very good. Plays for Cardiff in the 2nd division, scores a lot of goals and stuff. So he sort of deserves to get a match, but he did. I played him last time, and he didn't play well. So instead, I'm gonna try this guy called Tipton. And also, still have, wait a second. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to do this and that, and then have Earnshaw as number 8 actually, and then this guy who's a defender and a striker with good heading skills. Have him as number 9 on the bench. Yeah, that should work. Leighton Maxwell has great influence, and we're ready to play. Okay, and I didn't do this yet, but by the way, I think probably that without ball, maybe I should do that right now. I think the without ball thing, when they have the ball, not in this position, because then we need everyone back here, but I don't know. Maybe I should just move the defensive line a little bit, because we're trying to press like that. So just everyone like one notch up. You're welcome to skip ahead if this is really boring. And same thing over here. And when I get out of the final final quarter of the pitch here, then I might want to move them a little bit further than just one notch, like that. Then here, right, and here. In this way, they should be able, because I'm playing with the offside trap, and the idea is that they should be able to exploit that better by pushing up. Right. Same thing over here. Now you may notice that I'm moving them 2 notches. So I hope I'm not overdoing this. right? Just same thing. 1, 2. Was that only 2? No, like that. And then on the same line, right? Up here, 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2. And then on the same line, right? I'm glad I only have to do this once, because I can save the formation and copy it for the other teams. 1, 2. I'm sorry I didn't prepare this in advance, by the way. I realized that it's probably not the most exciting thing to look at. But anyway, that's the tactics. I'm gonna save that. Press OK. Go to the B squad first. Tactics. It says Bloody Dragons, but I guess I have to load it, right? I don't know. Without ball? Yeah, I do. So load that one again. That's changed, right? So they're very close here. I'm trying to remember that position. And then do the same thing with the other team, the main squad. Up here, let's see, without ball. Yeah, see, so without ball, they're all, the number 6 and 7 are all the way down here at the line, by the line. So let's go load this. And now, without ball, they moved up. Right, so hopefully that works. I still have to do this thing just for the A squad, and then back to the under 21 squad. Everything should be ready now, so let's try it. And if it turns out, I mean, it's Macedonia, so I should be able to make this work, right? That's the A squad, under 21 squad, please. Tactics, right? Good. Why does it go all the way back? Yeah, right. It's because I don't know my way around the screens, apparently. Let's see what happens. Enough talk. And let's just play this a little bit fast. The first half, at least. So it seems, just to begin with, Macedonia has a lot of the play. But now it's more even. First 15 minutes played. Right, 20 minutes just went by just like that, probably. Not a lot of stuff happening. Let's just go back to fast. And no Macedonian goal yet. And we're the only ones with shots on target, actually. Lots of shots not on target, but this one was on point by Tipton, the guy that I gave the chance up front. Plays for Macclesfield in the 3rd division and actually gets a bit of playing time and score with either leg and such. Seems to work out well for him in that position. Mumford is playing well. That's nice to see. The rest of the defense, not so much. Nathan Davies, nah, not really. But that's what it looks like at the moment. I'll be making 0 changes in halftime and just give them a chance to show me what they've got. At least an hour of play, and then I'll take a look at it. So we're almost there. That's 60 minutes of game time, and still, well, the stats look comfortable, but it's only a 1-0 lead. Tipton is our best man at the moment. Nathan Davies, Leon Jean is really not playing well. Wow. So is he the attacking midfielder, right? Terrible stuff from that guy. So what about the positions? We've got some kid named Stuart Roberts, and he'll get his chance right now. What is it? Trying to, yeah, like that. And maybe Nathan Davies. I talked about some other option. I think this guy has caps and stuff. Maybe not so important to get him on the pitch, but let's try this and then see if Gibson works out up in the middle. This guy has no caps, so I might want to get him on the pitch at some point. The rest, not so important. So, how's it going with Mike Flynn? Oh, he plays very well with the assist, couple of headers, good key passes here. Maxwell, I guess, is playing all right on the wing. So that's a win for Mike Flynn. And hopefully a win for us. Eventually. I didn't notice who took the free kick here. Still haven't assigned any of the set pieces for anyone really. Oh, close from Mumford. So I guess as I get to know them a little bit better, then I'll do that. Right, so let's see. Leighton Maxwell is really tired, so let's get the captain off the pitch, and also the defender striker dude. He can come on instead of Tipton. That's Jamie Harris. And then the other Leon Jean right here. Can I see the attributes somehow? No, not really. So I need to find some guy with influence. I guess it could be Mumford. Typically these players don't have a lot of influence, but actually Gibson does. So 15. I mean, by that age, you're typically not have 19 in influence or whatever. So that was fine with Tipton. All right, so a second goal for us right here. Can't get caught now, so it's both of the strikers that have managed to actually put one in. So that's great for the options in up front. And actually this guy, he's a find clearly, and I found him in this non-league club, and I don't want to try pronouncing that name of the club or his name for that matter. Yeah, that's my main geezer right there, and he's a young geezer, so that's kind of cool. Matthew Tipton and Maplesfield, right? Yeah, that's the first match. And if you guys can handle it, then I think I'll play one more, because I've got the actual match like now, and I've already pretty much found the positions, except this guy, except the attacking midfielder, right? Oh, right. That's a bit weird. I thought actually I moved around some of these positions, and that's why they're in the wrong place now. I moved them around earlier just because I like the numbers in other positions actually. So that was because I wanted 4 and 5 like that, and I also, what was it? Also thought it would be nice with just number 11 up here. Number 9. Nope. What? I think this guy shows him as number. Probably I'll be doing this 8, 9, 10, 11. That makes sense, right? I think so. So I just need to make sure it's the right players in the right positions. Now that I've done my best to confuse myself with the numbers and stuff. So I've got, or I want Bellamy in as the attacking midfielder center. Kumas over here. The attacking midfielder left is where Giggs is not right now. So Hartson here. Davies and Johnson, is that correct? Yes, it is. Midfielder right. Andy Johnson is midfielder center. Good. So something is wrong here. I don't want number 9 over here. That's silly. Like this, of course. So I want Hartson as the center forward, obviously. And Mr. Llewellyn or Mr. Pipe. I don't know. I'll just try this guy because he's done so well in the other match for the under 21s. Then I've got Andy Williams, either leg, so I'll just choose him before over Trollope, and that's it. Gary Speed, captain. I put him on the bench just because I wanted to try out the other options. Gary Speed will be a bit old by the time of the Euros, so I might want someone else. And I've got Page, Hartson, and this guy Andy Johnson. And Andy has influence 18, teamwork and work rate 19, 19 and determination, just everything pretty awesome actually. He's just impressing me a lot with that average rating, but hopefully he'll get better. So let's just give it to Andy in the midfield. And go back. And I don't want to save or anything. It's a friendly what could possibly go wrong. Let's just look at the positions. 22 players, almost everyone selected. And they're reasonably fit for the match. Hey, Buster. You want to see me play Championship Manager? Right. So, yeah, this is a real match, not the under 21s. So I'm not playing it very fast. I want to see what they're doing. Fast chance or a quick chance for John Hartson. And nothing else happening, apparently, in the first 20 minutes or so. Andy Johnson free kick. Doesn't seem like the kind of match that will end up winning 3-0 or something like that. But a 1-0 win or 2-0 win, like the under 21 match, that would be fine for me. Bellamy takes the corner. Again. Is he right-footed? I forget. Craig Bellamy either foot, right? So when Giggs is not here, Bellamy seems to be the second option, and that's actually also what I wrote in the spreadsheet. So seems it's gonna be 0-0. Yeah, by halftime, we've got the stats in our favor. A little bit like the under 21 match. And Craig Bellamy. Is that better than last time? I don't really know. Kuma's Page. I'm gonna let them keep playing. See what happens. Just treat this. Oh, treat this like it's an actual match with only 3 substitutions right now. Close for Hartson. Or look close. I don't know. It's just the text. Oh. Again. Oh. There you go. So that's no. I was gonna say that's a goal in his debut, but it wasn't. And now we've got an injury. Kit Simons, one of our defenders, who doesn't get a lot of playing time in Crystal Palace, and now he's injured, so that's not going to help his situation there. Delaney, we've got old man Melville, and then we've got this guy, and I'm going to give him a cap right now. I was going to probably opt for him in a striker position. Doesn't have a lot of doesn't have good determination though, and I don't know if we can trust him in the central defense, but he does have really good marking and heading, obviously, strength and such. But tackling and positioning is not impressive, but really good marking. So let's just try this Gary Jones character and make sure he doesn't turn up for the English national team, which he wouldn't anyway. He's not good enough for that, so it doesn't matter. Then we've still got Roberts in the as an attacker. Let's do that, and that's a debut. This is a safer choice, obviously, but I want to find out about Gary Jones. And a match like this, friendly against a team that's not very highly rated, is probably a good time to do that. Okay, so probably I should think about making other substitutions. Andy Johnson is playing well and apparently comfortable with the captaincy. Page, Vaughan, everyone is playing fine, I guess, except Kumas. That's a lot of bad passes. And Llewellyn, he was close to actually getting the goal, but someone must have been offside. I don't know if it was him. I might be able to. Can I find it real quick? Was it at this time of the... No. It was after the halftime then. But anyway, who can I bring in instead of Kumas? And right, and Harson is tired. He must be working hard because he has excellent stamina. That's great. So probably I should bring in David Pipe. So this is 3 debuts in just 1 match. And I don't remember if I have anyone else that I want to give a debut. So I'll just click through these guys real quick. Nope. Only, well, I've got Jellyman with just the 1 cap. Might want to bring him on again. But Vaughan is doing alright, I guess. He's also an option. Other places on the pitch. But anyway, that's what I want to do right now. And I'm going to stick to Bellamy, because I'm hoping that he can show me that the false 9 position is a good spot for him. But let's see what happens. And then by the 80th minute or somewhere around that, then I'll replace Hartson. That's now. And ouch. He goes, and let's get Roberts on the pitch like that. And probably it'll be 0-0. Or it could be a Macedonian goal right now. Page gives away a free kick in a dangerous position. Bellamy's there. And there you go, a boring 0-0 draw, seems right. They're actually close to getting the goal, the home team, by the end of the match. But, well, we were the better team, but they had a good goalkeeper, David Vaughan. Turns out he played best for us. Hope Kit Simons is alright. So that's actually the most exciting thing, is whether or not Kit Simons' injury was a bad one. Let's see what happens just before I save. We can take a look at that injury. And then after this, there are no more matches for Wales on this side of the New Year's. So I'll be clicking through a couple of months, and then I'll turn up with a fixture list and something to say probably about, I don't know, maybe I'll take, I haven't really decided yet whether I'll take a closer look at all the players around New Year's, and I mean the careers and how it's going with the clubs and who wants to transfer and all that stuff. But, well, I might just wait with that until the end of the season, because it's really not very exciting at the moment. So what happened? Giggs, by the way, is out for a week. I don't think I even looked at that before. Kit is out for 3 weeks, so that's a bit more serious. And for some reason he's not playing for Crystal Palace. That's the kind of thing that I was talking about that I'll take a look at. But I understand why. This guy looks pretty good and plays well for them. So, but this guy doesn't. He plays well, but I don't know. Those stats look a little bit. Those attributes look a little bit more random. So hopefully this guy will get injured in 2 or 3 weeks. In 3 weeks' time. Or something. I don't know. That was all I've got for you right now. I don't know if giving the arrow to Bellamy was a success, or the whole thing with the whip-wop moving up the defensive line without ball. I don't know. Not an overwhelming success anyway, but it didn't result in a lot of goals for the opposition either, so I think I'll stick to that at the moment. And then you guys are very welcome to comment, to give me your thoughts about the tactics, the players, whatever. Just give me some feedback so that hopefully I'll be able to cut these videos the way you guys want them, right? I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna stop for now. Thanks for watching. See you guys hopefully next time.